Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your August 2020 reading. Before I get started, one thing I need to correct. I told you guys that the Great American Eclipse or the big Leo eclipse was in 2018. It's actually in 2017, August 21st, 2017. The new moon and the full moon of August have been in the sign of Leo, will be in the sign of Leo, and they will be touching those points that they touched back in 2017. Okay, the sign of Leo represents dating, sexual relationships in which you may become a parent, get pregnant and become a parent, but it also represents children, stepchildren, adopted children, foster children, in vitro fertilization, nieces, nephews, grandchildren, or anything that has to do with kids. Whether your kids are in their 20s right now or not, or whether you're doing projects like creative endeavors concerning kids. So that's that, all right? And I just wanted to correct that because I kind of felt when I was saying it that 2018 wasn't the correct thing, but I've been moving so fast, it's coming out of my head and then it's just coming out of my mouth. So somebody named Neptune29 corrected me on that, and if you're watching this, Neptune29, thank you again. So with that being said, I have already did some shuffling and meditation on your sign. This is the final stretch. If you are not a Cancer sun, but you are a moon and a rising, that's great. If you are another sun sign, but you got Cancer, moon, and rising, then please watch this. Always look at your moon and rising sign videos if your sun sign video is not resonating. And look it up for those people that you're involved with. Before I actually get finished, do know that I'm still running my August 2020 reading special. That's 1 hour for half price. Normally that reading is $65. Now it's $35. That is going to run until October 19th, and then poof, it's gone. So if you think you'd like a reading, and you don't always have to wait till I produce videos to get a reading. You can always get a reading. But if you think you'd like to get on the hour-long reading, you can, where is it? Click the eye right there. That's going to pop up on your screen. That'll take you directly over to my website. When you get there, on the main menu, look for Tarot Consultations. Next to Tarot Consultations, there's a little arrow. Click it. There's a pull-down menu. The August special should be at the top, but then you get an opportunity to see the other readings that I offer, okay? Maybe an hour is not, it's too long for you. I don't know. I do have one question readings as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and lay the cards. I'm using the Radiant White deck, clarifying with La Vida Sibila, and we will pull both an Angel Answer and a Golden Nostradamus card. If this turns off, because it's been acting up all day, don't worry, I'll come back and we'll pick up right where I left off, okay? So, get in there. 9 cards down. Here we go. 4 of Cups. The High Priestess. Wow, that's interesting. Somebody's offered you something, but I'm going to tell you, consider it first. We'll look at that a little bit more. 6 of Swords. Looks like some of you like, hell no. Okay. All right. The Hermit. The Lovers. Wow, 3 major arcana cards already with 2 sixes. Woo, the Empress. Holy moly. That's big energy. And this represents the time frame of summer. For those of you who are website members watching this, go back and go to the website, type in the word Ceres, Ceres. She made a big transit through the sign of Leo a few years back. I don't know how old that article is, but go back and read about Ceres because she's cropping up again. This is like the representation of Ceres, the goddess of agriculture. Okay, so there. It also puts us in the time frame of summer. Woo, shit, the Magician. I don't know what's happening with y'all. Oh, well, you know what, Cancer? You've got all of the oppositions across your seventh house. If you're a Cancer sun, that means your sun is on your first house on the chart. I've changed the chart. Okay, I put it in motion, and I put your sun sign, which is going to be on your first house. That represents yourself. Across there from you is the seventh house. That's where Capricorn is sitting. So you're going to have a lot of oppositions coming from that house of open enemies, partnerships, contractual issues. There's a lot of oppositions happening there. Okay? 10 of Cups. Wow. You know what I just came to me? These two cards are about making your own joy. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it leaped out at me as soon as I put the card down. And the Knight of Cups. Man, I tell you what, there's a lot happening in this spread. So, I only have 2 cups. Nope, 3 cups. So this tells me it's something that you are emotionally invested in. And the Swords. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. So being heavily weighted towards the major arcana, this is really a spiritual lesson. This is something that you obviously need, that I think you're going to get. Okay? Having the Lovers in the center represents this idea of a choice. Okay? And trying to find the balance in between. There's obviously something prickly about that choice, what's in between. Okay? Choosing, maybe the lesser of two evils. I don't know. But out of that choice, and I think out of a sense of really paying attention to what your intuition is telling you, that you're going to end up in a way making your own joy. Not only where you're going to be happier, but those that are around you, your family members and such as that, your spouse, maybe your kids, are going to be happier. Okay? When you do things that align with what your spirit, your soul's telling you, and what your path is, life becomes really a joy to live. And even when you go through the bad times aren't so bad. And right now, a lot of people are going through bad times, And I think I've been telling y'all since, 2018, that's my year for some reason, that after 2020, nothing was going to be the same. And I mean nothing. So I think somebody put an offer to you. You already know that offer really ain't what it's all about. And I think you're trusting. And if you are doing this, okay, you're doing the right thing. You're going to bypass that. You know why? Because you already been there and done that. Okay? And this could be, maybe you're moving with your kids. I don't know. Sometimes I read that as being your adult self and your inner child. And this person that's steering the boat is the universe coming along to help you. And if you'll notice, we've got these 2 staffs here. And staffs always provide support. So here you're moving forward into the future, but you're also looking back over where you've been, what you've learned. And you know what? Whatever you've learned, you have it enough to take it forward with you and even show others. Taking all of your skills and knowledge and putting your intention into it. And when your will and your intention and your works, you got to do the work, meet up, you can literally move mountains. Now, incidentally, this is a couple. They are usually, most people think she's the couple to the Hierophant, but the Hierophant is celibate and he's single and he ain't got no mate. This is the mate to the Magician. But in this instance, this is coming across to me, okay, as an energy. And as a matter of fact, these are 2 Mercury cards. Okay? Mercury can be the trickster, right? But Mercury is about that idea of creating things and putting them into thought. And if whatever this thing is appearing to you to be somewhat of a prickly situation, a thorny situation, this angel here is offering you the ability to heal this situation, because you end up coming out as this Empress, and that's pretty awesome. Okay, and either this is you taking your cup and you riding on, or this is another offer that's on the way. Either way, you guys know that for me, nights are about events. They bring events through some kind of news. Okay, and already it goes from a 10 to the ace. That is what he is holding in his hand. So the only two cards I can look at for you today, the three cards, and look at this inverted: a 4, a 6, and a 10. A 4 to a 6 is 2. The 6 to the 10 is what, 4? I don't know. I can't add. Yeah, that's right. And 10s are changing energies. So, these two are related to each other. All right, what's underneath the deck? Well, there it is, the damn Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups is, look, this tells me that you already know exactly what you need to know. Right? You've been studying. Maybe you ain't been saying nothing. You just been drinking it all in. Right? And now the choice is, what am I going to do with that? All right? How am I going to reconcile this? Whatever it is that you're trying to reconcile. Where everybody can be happy and get what they want. And prosperity and abundance are not about having a big bank account. It's about having work that you enjoy, that you can profit from. It's about your friends and your family and yourself having good health, living, as well as you can possibly live, and enjoying life. So prosperity and abundance don't always equate to money, right? This is Venus, and Venus equates to your values and your value systems, okay? And the Empress knows exactly. She don't trifle. She's not a queen. She don't trifle with crap. She knows exactly what it is that she wants. She knows how to get it. And she also knows how to delegate those things. She's the Empress, okay? So to me, this is about mastering yourself. That's what this says to me. And some of you are almost there. This is your new opportunity. Now, a lot of people will interpret this card as new love. That's not to say, you won't meet somebody here and whatever the case may be. That's not to say that. But really what this is saying to me is this is your opportunity to shed all of those pent up emotions, the negativity, the fear, the doubt, the anxiety, all of the bad things, maybe how you've been feeling, been bad, down upon yourself, or other people telling you can't do shit. Your time is coming now to reinvent yourself. So this card is about a fresh emotional opportunity. And when you can rid yourself of all the negativity, it's as though a weight has been lifted off of your shoulders. I've seen this to show up when it tells me that there's new, fresh financial opportunities coming in. Even though I ain't got no damn coins in here, there's prosperity and abundance all over this. Here, this is telling me that whatever that choppy thing is, you done stopped, you done thought about it, you done reviewed it, and it's time for you to move on. Now, I don't know what this is about, but I can only look at these three cards. So let me just look at them for you. And I think some of you have been put to an offer, but it's something you already been through, right? And if it made it feel like you were isolated and alone and kind of frozen in spot, something wakes your butt up because you like, man, I can do that. See how his finger is pointing? Look at what his finger's pointing at. As above, so below. This is about manifesting your reality, okay? But maybe somebody been, playing trickery and hiding things from you. So let's take a look. The initials, and this is coming across, are either going to be J or B, or B, J or B, B or J. Sometimes that shows up to me like an L, so I'm going to throw the letter L out there too. But that's who that other person is that's been throwing a little bit of crap over your stuff. All right, so let's read it. The Four of Cups. Listen, I'm going to give this to you because this is really a powerful reading. When the Ace of Cups appears with the Lovers, it tells of positive improvements in regards to family relationships and issues. And it tells you that issues of the past will be resolved. Sometimes this can be that fear, I don't want to end up like my mom. Well, this woman's a mom too, but you know what? She's a mom on her game. Okay? So, there's that. Now, let me take a look at this Four of Cups. You know, eventually we do all become our moms, but you write the narrative of your own story. You don't have to follow the same path that your mom did. And if you're fearful of that, don't be. Because only you can change that story, right? Okay, so the Four of Cups with the Hermit. It tells of gentle inner peace and personal satisfaction and fulfillment coming into your life. I see it here. It tells of gentle peace and satisfaction that surrounds and encompasses you. It brings a message that solitude will bring about spiritual enlightenment. There you are, and I see you wrestling with the problem. I do. But you're going to be okay. All right? Six of Swords. Don't let that old negativity creep back in, because it ain't doing you no damn good. The Six of Swords with the High Priestess. It may be warning you not to proceed with current plans, as there are some aspects that have not been revealed or considered appropriately. You are asked to wait until you have all the relevant details. Your angels are trying to guide you. Your intuition is telling you. And you the boss. Okay? With any 10 before or after, it is an indication of travel, a journey, a vacation or holiday, or even a change of residence. It may involve a major decision which will ultimately lead to movement of some kind. Well, if you're leaving behind naysayers, backbiters, and haters, say goodbye to them. Yeah? Okay, now we're going to look at this 10 of Cups. And the reason why I brought that 10 up is you have this. Okay, this 10 here. Now, what am I looking at? 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups with the Empress implies that happy partnerships and possible announcements will be made. This may involve either yourself or someone close to you. It says that family ties and relationships are highlighted at this time. It may be telling you that it is a perfect time to make arrangements for special events to come. It is indicating that it is a most auspicious time to make plans for the future. And that's you. Maybe it ain't all, wrapped up or figured out, because this is tentative, right? That's tentative. He hasn't stepped across that stream yet. So maybe you gotta, plan a bit more, get a bit more information, but ultimately I see you moving on with that. Now, on the off chance that this is a proposal or something, I don't know, a marriage of some kind. So the first thing, of course, that I'm going to do, because sometimes he could be like a lonely guy who's never been married, I don't know. But then these two cards together can tell me that it's, you might be the side chick, or there is a side chick. So the first thing we're going to do is to me, it doesn't feel, that's not the energy coming off the spread. This is really the energy of you moving, maybe even literally, but you are metaphorically and spiritually moving to a better place for yourself. This Empress is putting off a strong energy of self-confidence. Okay? And don't forget, she is the mother of the tarot. So whether or not you actually have kids, but like you have strong family ties, you and your boo is down to ride together, whatever the case may be, this is really strong, confident energy coming across. So first thing I want to look at, because it's in the center, is this Mercury, it's this Lover's card. L'amante, the lover, the female. The Donna Maritata. and the pensiero. Now, there's two ways I can look at this. This can either be the choice from going from a lover to a wife or something like that and contemplating that decision. That's your choice. But can also be about you taking stock of yourself. You know, before you became a mom, you were, a single chick, right? Before you got with boo, you was a single chick, okay? You have a lot of responsibilities on your plate. And so now the choice is, what am I going to do for myself in which it's going to enrich my life and make my life better, but also make the lives of those I love better, right? Now, which card do y'all want me to pull next? I hear some of you hollering about that High Priestess. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull on the Hermit. That's what I'm going to do. And let's see what the Hermit has to say. These are two depictions of mothers or mother-related issues. Or female-related issues, let's put it that way. Okay? And that could mean anything from hormones to what it means to be a woman. Alright? The militare. That's your struggle. Hostile environment. There you are, standing on the mountaintop in the snow, frozen still with a lamp. Okay? But it also means that you're gonna you had a lot of spiritual energy to get through this. That's what that means. The conselante sorpresa. Well, you know what? I went out to get one thing, but I ended up getting something else. And that's not so bad after all. The falsità. And maybe what you ended up getting was the truth about this situation. This speaks to the lies. Maybe it was a tough environment. You hung in there anyway, right? And by hanging in there, you ended up discovering some kind of lies and truths for yourself. That's what this guy does. He's not only a scholar, he's a teacher, and he's holding the light in the dark so he can see what's going on, okay? And maybe taking that little break to pay attention to your intuition has served you well. So now that card has come out, and I think another thing is whatever this offer is that somebody's trying to offer you, it may sound good. It may not be necessarily what you want, but it'll be difficult to get out of it because they're not telling you the truth. Okay? So now, for those of you dying to hear about the High Priestess, let's take a look at her. As remember, I was talking about that trickster energy, right? The High Priestess. Superbia. This card's been coming out a lot. L'amica, wow. And the Vecchia Signora. Now let me explain something about the Vecchia Signora. Will sometimes represent an older woman, someone who's like an aunt or relative. Sometimes it could speak about travel to see her. But in this instance, she's showing up like an energy. In other words, this is somebody who's about tradition, doing things the same way. It can even represent a family business. But also sometimes it could be the idea that people are not willing to change. Okay? They're so stuck to doing things the old ways, they're not going to change. What I like most about this particular set of cards is this is the Superbia. The Superbia, there's two very, very positive protective cards in this deck, and this is one of them. This card says that no matter what else is going on around you, no matter what else is happening to other people, no matter how bad the situation looks, you have divine protection in this, okay? Now, I don't know if this is you, because the L'amica is simply a friend, okay? She can be, as somebody, as an energy, basically it's going to be someone that you can kind of count on, all right? A decent person, neither negative nor positive. This could even describe you. Sometimes you will find that the L'amica will show up when you've gained assistance by a friend, Maybe you yourself have offered some assistance. This assistance can come in the way of finances, or it can come in the way of introducing you to someone. But it affords you an opportunity to kind of take a break and get a leg up. And here we have the Vecchia Signora. Okay? Now, the second thing is that you may be granted some great protection by someone who's like a relative or an aunt, or who gives good advice. Somebody may tell you something. So that's why I'm telling you to listen to your intuition. Okay? That just may save you a bit of heartache and grief. Because the truth of the matter is, and I think this set of cards right here, it kind of tells me that what I'm picking up is that it's almost like you're untouchable. That's the energy that's coming off. So you may be struggling with somebody, right? Oh, crap. You may be struggling with somebody. Finally, got your little bit of freedom here. You decided that, you know what, I'm going to go throw my rod over my line over here and see what I can catch. But you're still dealing with lies, backbiting, stabbing, okay? It's not, it can say that whatever somebody's trying to, let me see if I can rephrase it, because it's coming as if somebody's trying to throw a net out to reel you back in. I don't know if that makes any sense. You already got away from them. You done discovered you have some freedom, but then they throw something else out there at you. Sounds good, but I think you already know, because you've been there before and you done that. Almost like just when you got away, the person decides they're going to throw something else out there at you. So I want you to formulate first a question for the don't fall for it, Cancer. Formulate a question for the angel answer cards. Had the La Namika come out, then I will be telling you to watch out. But these are all, this is a person who just likes to take care of things. This is somebody who, this says that you're in a highly emotional time right now. You still got responsibility. Whether you have children or not, you still have things that you need to be taken care of, and you can be counted on to do those things. Right? Well, what is that worth? Do you go back and be that kind of person with somebody who doesn't appreciate you? Or do you take your bad self and go on someplace else and be the boss you are? Okay? This can be somebody telling lies about you behind your back while you're trying to move through this. Trying to screw up your opportunities. But remember, as above, so below. Keep your thoughts positive and focused on where you want to go, and you'll be able to come out of this pretty much unscathed. It might be a pain in the ass, but here we go. This card says take action. You know what? This card has been coming out a lot for people, because I think a lot of people are kind of, which rightly so, may be nervous and have anxiety about making a move. But sometimes, you're never going to have the perfect answer or all of the answer, and you're never ever really going to know how things will turn out. But if you trust what your intuition is telling you, you don't have to be a tarot card reader or an astrologer. Everybody is born with intuition. Everybody is, and when your intuition is speaking to you, trust it, listen to it. You can still take your time and plan and all of that stuff, but listen to what your intuition is telling you. It's telling you that for a reason. It's not just talking to you to be talking to you. What is talking to you to be talking to you is fear. Okay? Because that's your ego. The ego is always afraid of things changing. How they gonna make me look? How they gonna make me feel? So you gotta ignore that. You gotta be able to discern the difference between your ego speaking to you and your intuition speaking to you. And the reason why large major changes are always so fraught is because we don't have the answer. But then if we had the answer before we did it, there'd be nothing for us to learn. And sometimes all it takes for us is to honestly believe in ourselves and take that step forward. And then once we do and we start moving forward, we can look up and go, man, I did that. I can't believe I did that. I did that. And be proud of it. Okay? Here's your Golden Nostradamus. I think this is the lilies. It might be the irises. Okay? So, now, first we're going to look at the take action card. Sometimes you got to feel the fear and do it anyway. I swear. You'll be okay. The time has come to take action. Your angels are waiting for you to take the next step so that they can assist you along the path to your dreams. Do away with procrastination and uncertainty. In your heart, you know what to do, so get going. Whether you are focused upon career, relationships, or some other topic, the fulfillment of your wishes ain't just gonna fall into your lap. You must be actively focused on the pursuit of what you want. As above, so below. I think this is the lilies. Where's my book? I don't know where anything is. I'm trying to get ready to go learn how to use my miter saw. Hold on, let me find my book. I don't know where my book. Ah, there it is. Oh, Nostradamus. Sorry, you fell on the floor. I think the card is the lilies. So let's see. It is. It's the lilies. If man could see virtue's pulchritude, with love his heart would soon be imbued. This card bears purity, noble sentiments, and reinforces virtue and good luck. Basically, it says that it can negate any negativity of a card. And the only negativity I see is whoever this person is, okay, who's trying to, you know how people come, what they say, misery love company. Some people just don't want to see anybody, get ahead. Or you may be working with a person for a long, long time, and suddenly you decide to leave, and all of a sudden they're going to jump up and try to stand in your way. Okay? Backbiters. Haters. Don't do it, and don't think anything of it. Don't let them ruin your little peace of mind, because really, you can own it like a boss. You can. And to me, this is either you're going to move away and move into your own, okay, and have something of your own to offer, right? Whether this is metaphorically or literally, okay? But I look to this as you're coming into your own. And that, when you realize that and you follow through on it, that's a wonderful feeling. It really is. So that's what I have for you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Just a few more weeks in August, and this too shall be over. Remember, no matter what you're going through, eventually it'll end. It's just a moment in time. So that's what I have for you. Until next time, namaste. Bye. Going to do my saw now.